Here's my review of Echo Season 1, Episode 3. This is a perfect example of why I feel like this episode, it summarizes why I think I'm enjoying this show, but at the same time, I understand why people don't like this show at all. Because this episode feels very generic, but at the same time, it feels like a lot of some of the stuff they were finally showing, like doing, was stuff that like it was kind of marketing the idea. Oh, it's finally the first Disney Plus R-rated show, first piece of R-rated Marvel content, which, I mean, the MCU content, which now that the Marvel Netflix shows are considered canon to the MCU, I mean, it's not. So, I mean, it kind of feels weird now, but I'm grateful that we finally are getting this. But literally this whole episode is just after Maya was kidnapped, like by Kingpin's goons. It's just like her like trying to escape. That's like the whole episode, I feel. Like we're in this roller rink where she's tied up and from like Kingpin's goons, which for a show where a lot of the big marketing push was Kingpin. And like, I remember there were even people saying, oh, this is going to be more of a Kingpin show than an Echo show, which, I mean, would have been cool. But at the same time, like, a lot of people I feel like do want to watch this for Kingpin. And I'm like, that would be cool if like, imagine if you just had more of him. And like I said, this whole episode just felt like just one big action sequence with not that much depth in terms of emotion, which I kind of knew I was getting with this show. This is a show I feel like you can kind of predict what it's going to be, which I know some people absolutely hate this show. Even before it came out, they were just hating on it. And it's a show where it's very generic, but at the same time, I'm just grateful to finally get some R-rated content. And it's not like anything like painfully bad. Like, in terms of a story, it's just average. But it's just fun. I think that Echo is a fun character, which is interesting. It's interesting because this is a character who, because she's deaf and communicates through sign language, it doesn't really feel like she has that much personality to her. But at the same time, she's not a character where you hate watching her, and I think the actress does a good job of portraying this kind of stoic character, which is basically what she is, and she's fine. She's good. And that's what kind of makes this show at least enjoyable, fun. And we keep seeing these flashbacks to like these scenes in like of this like showing this Native American culture, which I'm assuming obviously ties in because Echo is Native American, but can we explain that? See, this is what I'm so worried about, and from what I've heard from people who finished the whole show already, is that the ending is rushed, and I have a feeling that all this is just going to get rushed in the ending. And like, this is why, if you have 5 episodes, like, you don't do 5 episodes, first things first. Like, 6 was already bad enough, now you're doing 5. You either do more episodes, or you should have made these episodes, like, an hour longer. And it's just stuff like that where I'm like, I'm seeing this, and it's showing me this cool piece from like this Native American culture, but at the same time, it's not explained. And maybe, I'm sure it will be in the next 2 episodes, hopefully. But at the same time, you're like, why show this if you're not going to explain it until later on, and if it's going to just be rushed in the end, which I predict it will be. It's just weird. And like I said, I think that there is some fun action scenes in it. It is fun because this, like I said, this is the first R-rated Marvel, well, MCU content, kind of. And it's cool because, yeah, you finally do see some blood in these fight scenes. You do see a lot of blood. It's gore. Not like super, a lot of maybe what I would hope for. But by Marvel standards, hey, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. And later we're getting Deadpool 3 this year and hopefully Marvel Zombies. Those are also 2 R-rated content project shows that are coming out. And so, hey, I'll take what I can get. And then at the end, it's just, we see Kingpin, and like, talking to Maya, like, and then the show ends. Well, episode. And the whole time I'm just thinking, like, why are we doing this? This has been the complaint, I feel like, for all of these Marvel Disney Plus shows for the main parts. It's like, they all feel rushed. And this is a show that I'm liking. Like I said, I feel like I'm the only person I can find, whether it's online, in real life, that was actually looking forward to the show, and I'm liking this show. And this show is what I expected. It is kind of what I wanted for the most part, because I did have still low expectations, even though I was looking forward to it. But at the same time, like all these shows, why is it such a few episode count, and why are the episodes so short? If you want to tell this compelling story, you can't do it in such a short runtime. Some people can, but not Marvel, unfortunately. And that's one of the problems. Like I said, I'm enjoying this show. Or I'm enjoying this episode. I'm enjoying this show. And this show is what I thought it would be. But at the same time, I'm just like, why is it so short? Why is it so difficult for Marvel to understand that they can't do a full story in 6 episodes, let alone 5? That is a big problem here. Is I only got 2 episodes left of this show, and I don't even feel like we even tapped into the story. But I enjoyed this episode. It's because it is what I thought it would be, and what I kind of wanted it to be.